What is going on, everybody? Zyonik here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about Swampert in the Ultra League. I think in terms of best investment and its coverage and moveset in the meta, I think it is really good. So my first suggestion would be, if you guys do not have a community day move Swampert, meaning you don't have Hydro Cannon, ask around in your community for trades. Lots of people have additional Swamperts in the community. They may not be using them. So just be sure to hit people up, ask for that. Now, when we're talking about the move set here, we want to have Mudshot. Mudshot is going to be fantastic at gaining energy for us. The reason why Swampert is good is because of his charge moves and how quickly he can get to them. So you want to have Mudshot as your fast move. Now, Hydro Cannon, like we said, is that community day move. So you're definitely going to want to have that. And then Earthquake, I think, is fantastic in Ultra League, so that would be my go-to for that. Now, you could run Sludge Wave to protect you against maybe some of those pure grass like Meganium, or maybe hit the Charmers pretty hard, but I think Earthquake is going to be better overall, specifically because of the Giratina matchup. Go ahead and let me know down in the comments what you guys think about Swampert, but let's go ahead and get right into the video. What we're going to do today is we are going to basically walk through some of these battles where I utilized Swampert as my safe switch, and you guys, if you want to see this whole battle video, you guys can head over to my channel, or link coming up right above here, showcasing all these battles. But basically what we're going to see is showcasing how great Swampert is and why it is good against Giratina, why it can be good against a lot of the other meta Pokemon, and even do decently against this weakness, which is going to be that Venusaur. So as you see right here, we bring in Swampert, and look at that, we're already at Hydro Cannon. Giratina comes in, and we go for the Earthquake. Earthquake is going to do huge neutral damage to a Giratina, guys. So this is why he's so deadly, is because he can do like almost 50% of Giratina's health right there. And we don't need to shield. Now, a Dragon Breath Giratina will definitely be doing more damage to us, as you guys are seeing right here. But what we can do is, now that we landed the Earthquake, we can go for Hydro Cannons. This is going to get him very, very low for us and set us up really well, because we're going to be able to make him waste his energy right here, as you guys are seeing. So basically Swampert came in and got Giratina extremely low, which will allow us to bring in a Lowland Muck here. You guys are going to see in this battle is me making a critical mistake, thinking I had a different Pokemon on my team instead of what I switch into. So what you're going to see is I'm going to be counting Swampert's moves right here, and then I'm going to try to switch into what I thought was Giratina. So this was a horrible mistake, right? Typhlosion is going to be super weak to Swampert, so we're just going to let our Typhlosion go down. I made such a bad mistake, but that is okay, because we're going to be able to turn this game around with our own Swampert. So watch what happens, guys. This is a lot of fun. So this is going to show you the full potential of what Swampert can do. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring back in Togekiss. Now that we've drained the energy on Swampert, it's basically a restart to the fight, but he has less energy. So we're going to use a shield right here. This shield is going to stop that Hydro Cannon hitting us, which would do a decent amount of damage, and then he's going to now swap into a Ursaring, which really saved us, because if he had something different, we may be in more trouble, but we're able to get to Ancient Power right here, get one of his shields. That's going to be critical, and Charm right here is going to be taking him down. Now, we're not going to shield right here. He has access to Close Combat and Play Rough, and Play Rough is going to do a decent amount, but not take us out right there. So we are going to be able to finish off with Charm. So now we have switch advantage, because he's going to have to bring in something. He's going to bring in Giratina Altered. So now our Togekiss is low, he has a Swampert in the back, and we have a Giratina that we have to take out. So what we're going to do is we swap into Swampert now. Remember how I said Swampert with energy is so deadly? So what we are going to do now is we're facing off against one of the meta-dominant Pokemon with our Swampert, and then we are going to be able to pull out, because we're going to dance around with our energy right here. So what you're going to see is we are going to load up. We're going to go for Earthquake right now. I'm hoping that he thinks I'm trying to shield bait him right now, but we don't. He gets the shield. So now things are looking really bad, right? If you're in this situation, Togekiss has 0 HP, guys. We have Swampert with a shield, and what he's going to do is, I'm predicting he's going to swap, and he swaps into Swampert, and we catch him with the Hydro Cannon. So his Giratina is in range for an Earthquake, guys, and look at how close to an Earthquake we are. we are able to get off the Earthquake, and this is going to finish off Giratina. This is how deadly Swampert can be right there. Kaboom. Now, as we're going to see in this fight right here, we are up against Mew on the lead. I'm going to go ahead and switch into Swampert, and he only has one shield on his side. And what we're going to see is a Alolan Muck come in, and this is why he's so deadly, guys. Players may not know that Alolan Muck is going to be extremely weak to that Earthquake, so we can kaboom, one-shot Alolan Muck. Maybe he was thinking I was going to shield bait, and on top of that, we're going to see a Togekiss come in, and now we can just go for Hydro Cannons, guys. This is unreal raw damage that comes so quickly from Swampert. That's one Hydro Cannon. Mind you, he still has one shield. This is going to be two Hydro Cannons, so now this is going to pressure his shield, and we still have Alolan Muck in the back and Venusaur, so we get his shield, and then on top of that, we are going to be able to get to a third Hydro Cannon. That is just unreal when it comes to raw damage output right there. And then we can swap now into Alolan Muck, perfectly safe, absorb the charge move right here, and everything is going to be good because we can finish off the Togekiss relatively easy, and then the Mew is going to come in, and then we get off our charge move. We still have a shield, but as you guys saw right there, that was huge damage. He was able to one-shot that Alolan Muck and basically completely take out Togekiss. Togekiss only had like 3 HP left, and that was just purely with the Swampert without shielding anything. So now what we're going to see here is we're going to instantly swap into Swampert. Again, getting ahead on energy. Look at how quick we're gaining energy right here. We're just loaded, loaded, loaded. Now he's going to swap into a Venusaur, which is a counter for us. But the thing is Swampert is still decent. Now what he's going to do is over farm on us so we can get off a couple charge moves here. Now Venusaurs, when they come into a Swampert, basically it's going to one-shot a Swampert. But because he's trying to farm energy on us, we're going to be able to get to 3 Hydro Cannons versus this Venusaur. That is huge damage, guys. Getting him that low and getting his shield against something that counters us is unbelievable. Now we can come in with a Alolan Muck and pretty much be good to go. Start loading energy, and look at that, we had 2 shields and we got our hardest counter down to basically a third of his HP with just Swampert. That's how great he is right now in the meta. And then as you guys are going to see here, the Frenzy Plant isn't going to do a lot to Alolan Muck. It's about a quarter health, but yeah, just so fantastic, guys. Swampert is great. It's cheap, you know, that 10,000 Stardust to unlock, and then you could relatively trade a high one so you can get it for the league. And then now what we're going to see here is Swampert come into a Giratina Origin. Giratina Origin is super deadly, but just watch how much energy we start building. Now, I recognize that he's not bailing out, so I'm going to put up a shield because I don't want a Shadow Ball to hit me. But he decides to bail out, and we are already at an Earthquake. Now we're going to see a Snorlax come in. How many times have you guys seen Snorlax in the Ultra League? Watch what Swampert does to a Snorlax when he's so far ahead on energy. I can just go pure Hydro Cannons. I don't need to try to go for Earthquake to do a bit more damage. We can literally, look, he's already at a third of his health by the time he swapped in. Body Slam isn't going to take us out, guys. We can not shield right here. Look at this. We're going to not shield. We still got plenty of health. We're already at another Hydro Cannon. If he doesn't shield this, he's going to be gone. This is how deadly Swampert can be, and I really want to emphasize to you guys, Swampert is good. And then we're going to be able to get to another one. This is just how crazy this is. Now, this is sped up to 1.3 times, but still, the speed at which you can get to charge move compared to your opponent, look at that. We took Snorlax down, we got his shields, and then we can shield right here because I know I can beat him to a Hydro Cannon before he can get to a Body Slam, so that we can take out the Snorlax now. So we just got all of his shields, we took out Snorlax, and we won switch advantage by coming into an unfavorable matchup against that Giratina. That's what you call a win-win situation. And then we get another Hydro Cannon. Now this is going to be resisted by Giratina Origin, but it's still going to do quite a bit. Look at that. That's about, I would say, a fifth of his health. And then now we can bring in a Alolan Muck, which is going to resist all of Giratina's moves, and we just start loading up on energy, and now he brings a Swampert in. And this is what I want to emphasize. Swampert is great when there's shields, but when there is 0 shields, everyone. 0 shields on a Swampert towards the end of a game, even though he can get off an Earthquake, Frenzy Plant is going to eliminate a Swampert because he's 4 times weak to grass. So you got to be careful how you use it. He used his and saved it till the end when there was no shield. But you guys saw I used mine towards the middle of the battle or beginning of the battle. and it was able to get shields and completely take away health because I could choose when I wanted to do those charge moves, and then a Lonely Muck right here coming in with Dark Pulse to clean up. So we lost the lead very, very hard versus that Giratina, but we were able to cleanly win that battle relatively easily because Swampert was able to get so many of his resources and win switch advantage versus that Snorlax. So yeah, I hope that showed you guys how potentially good Swampert is, given the right moveset, given the right use, and the ability to shield and get ahead on energy. He can destroy some of those meta things you guys may be having trouble with while still having hard counters in the back. That's the great thing about Swampert, is he's a hard counter to some Pokemon, and he can beat up against the general meta, especially when he's ahead on energy. So I hope this video has helped you. I hope you guys take a look at Swampert for the Ultra League. He's very cheap, guys. 10,000 Stardust to unlock that second charge move. You guys can trade from community days, and I think he's going to be a great investment when it comes to building out your Ultra League Pokemon, because it costs a lot of dust to build these guys up. So I think Swampert is going to be one of those valuable Pokemon that you can use quite often in the meta, and you'll get your biggest bang for your buck when it comes to trying to get W's there and go Battle League with a Swampert. And like always, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.